I'm Brian Hendricks, and we're gonna neutralize our skins now. We've got them all turned and wire wheeled, and everything's ready to go. So we're gonna get started with the pickling process, or the neutralizing process. I've got baking soda here. The recipe calls for 1 tablespoon of baking soda per gallon of water, and I've got 6 gallons of water in the sink here, and I'm gonna pour in 6 tablespoons of baking soda. Dissolve that. My skins can go immediately in there. I have Gray Fox, the Bobcat we've been working on, and also a Kaibab Squirrel. I'm going to do all 3 of these at once in here because I can get away with that because they are all relatively the same thickness of skin. I'm going to leave them in here for 15 minutes. If you're doing something, they recommend 30 minutes for a deer cape, but a deer cape is much thicker, so if you're doing something other than what I got here, I would say 15 minutes is a good minimum. So if you're doing different thicknesses, just kind of adjust your time accordingly. Now as I've got these in here, I want to make sure that I'm getting the neutralizing solution into the legs and everywhere, into the ears. You can see the ears fill up with the solution there. What we're doing is neutralizing the acid that they've been soaked in. We're bringing the pH of the skin up. It's going to come up to like a 5, I believe. I don't know if I've ever checked it, but that's the idea. So I'm just, like I say, right now I'm just making sure that every part of the skin, inside and out, gets exposed to this solution. I'm going to open that up a little bit, let it drain in there. You can see it going through. This Bobcat is case skin, so it's just like a tube in there. So I can get the fluid right through it. Again, it's into the ears. You're going to notice right away when you put skins into the solution that they get real soft and they get slimy, and that's natural. So that's just the chemical change taking place. So they're going to be in here, like I said, for 15 minutes, so you got plenty of time to move things around. And usually I just leave them first side in. You can go back and forth if you think you have areas that aren't getting hit real well. I'm playing around with this. Got a big tag in there. I'm just trying to get these ears turned on this little squirrel here. I just want to make sure everything's, because they were kind of a knot because of those long ear tufts and stuff. Everything was kind of knotted up in there, so. There's his long ear tufts. Pretty neat. Good tail. So anyway, during the 15 minutes, make sure you check your clock when you first put them in there. And about every 3 or 4 minutes, I'm going to come over here and I'm going to move these around. So I'm sure that everything gets exposed about the same amount of time. I just want a good thorough neutralization taking place. So okay, it's been 15 minutes, so I'm gonna pull the drain here. You can see that water is not very dirty. That's because these things have been through the pickle solution and everything, so a lot of the dirt's already out of them if they were dirty. So we're going to drain the water, or the neutralizing water. We're going to drain that out. And they need a quick rinse in clear water now. So I've got the other side of the sink here filled up. So I'm going to throw these in here. I should have probably turned that back the other way before, but it's okay. Now's a good time to turn it while it's in the water. Things will turn a lot easier. That's a pretty little squirrel. I don't know if you can see the rustiness on his back. Anyway, while things are floating in the water, they're really easy to turn. They just kind of slide in and out of each other. This thing's head doesn't want to turn, but because it's got a tag on it. There it is. Okay, there's the squirrel. These are kind of draining. Also, I don't think I said anything about the temperature of the water. When I mixed up the solution here for neutralizing, it was just, it felt just a little cooler than what my hand did. When it just felt a little bit cool when I put my hand in it. So I don't use warm water. I never like putting any kind of heat toward the animals, other than the tanning oil will be warm, but that's for different reasons. So the gray fox going in. And they don't need to soak in here, they just need a rinse, so the squirrel could come out, but he'll be alright. Not gonna hurt him either. This is also a time, I'll pull these back over into here since they're rinsed so I can show you this bobcat. This is also the time that you find out whether you're going to have any slippage or not. This was that stinky green-bellied bobcat, and if it was going to slip, now's when you'd notice it. When you go through the neutralizing stage, you'd start seeing big clumps of hair floating around in your water, where all I'm seeing is little bits of fuzz and little pieces of tissue. Let me, while he's floating around in here, let's look at that belly that was all green. There it is. There's the belly, no slippage, so we got off good there. Let's take a look at the ears. There's the ears, the little tips, all the hair inside, everything's still there. So we saved this cat. There's no slippage on that ear. Let's check this one. Yep, there you go. Everything's good. So we will get them out of here. I'm going to take them out. I've got a washing machine in my shop. I'm going to put them through the spin cycle just to take the water out of them. If you don't have that available, you can just drain them out, let them hang and drain out quickly, kind of squeeze it out of them. Don't really strip them, but just squeeze it out of them and then towel dry them. And that'll do about the same thing as putting them through the spin cycle. So that's what we're going to do now. Get them ready to put the tanning oil on.